Alright guys, just saying here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the LR Tech Gohan and Goten. Now, unfortunately, these guys are not going to EZA for Goku Day. The full celebration details did get revealed this morning. And not only are these guys not EZAing, but not a single unit is going to EZA for Goku Day. Which is kind of surprising, because in the past we have seen units EZA, at least free-to-play units EZA. But for some reason, there aren't going to be any free-to-play units, any summonable LR units getting EZA for this up-and-coming Goku Day, which is, again, pretty surprising considering what they've done in the past. But regardless, I still think LR Gobros can get an EZA very soon, because they're definitely very deserving of one, and their potential for their EZA is really, really good, because they don't really have a whole lot going on in their kit, so Dokkan definitely could put a lot in their kit to obviously make them very, very good. So before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation, we kind of have a weak opening rotation actually. We're going to have 5 out of 7 links, but we don't have any support. So with no support, 5 out of 7 links, and by the way, we are missing All in the Family, which is a very crucial link. We're at 110k defense, so that sucks. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that, but this guy does build up. So more specifically, he gets attack and defense plus 10% and then ki plus 1 with every attack performed, up to attack and defense plus 100% and then ki plus 5. So of course, throughout the fight, he's just going to look better and better. Now, okay, this is kind of tricky because I want to get a super off with him, but I don't know if we'll be able to get a super off with him in this turn. Okay, well, 5 keys, so yeah. We're going to get a 12 key super with him, so unfortunately not an 18 key. But, I mean, his attack stats at the beginning of fights are going to be pretty bad, right? Because, I mean, obviously you have to build up with him for him to actually look pretty impressive. So I don't really think his damage is going to be too crazy. Well, actually, that's not true, because he does have built-in additionals. So if you're getting, like, a triple super, and you're critting on, like, all of them, even if you're not built up, his damage will look pretty impressive. So he does have an additional that has a medium chance to become a super, which, I mean, a medium chance to make that a super isn't really the craziest. With his EZA, they'll probably bump that up to, like, a high chance or a great chance. But still, I mean, for now, considering he's like a 4-year-old unit, that definitely isn't horrible. And with that, of course, that means that that'll help him get his hidden potential system additional super. So if you do give this guy some additionals, which you probably should, because I do foresee this guy getting defense on super with his EZA, then, you know, your defense could really just start to get up there if he does get defense on super with his EZA. But for now, I guess it doesn't really matter what you give him. I think additional still is probably the way to go, just to help him build up quicker. Because, of course, if you're triple supering every turn, then it'll make it to where you can be fully built up with him as soon as possible. Which is an issue with this guy, because you need to do 10 attacks to be fully built up with him. That definitely is a lot, right? 10 attacks to be fully built up is going to take you majority of the fight, which, you know, because of that, you could run into some issues with this guy, because then at the beginning of the fights, you know, he's going to be looking pretty unimpressive. But, I mean, honestly, even when he's fully built up, he's going to be looking pretty unimpressive right now, just because of how old he is, right? So, I don't really think it's that big of a deal right now, but anyway, we're at 162k defense right here, so we gained a bit of support, and I think we have All in the Family active now. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so we'll get it active on the next turn with the with this physical Gohan, because this guy links up pretty well with him. I think they share like 5 out of 7 links, but anyway, 160k defense. That's all right. I mean, you know, we're still building up, so I'll wait till I really judge him till he's fully built up. But again, 10 attacks, man, that's a lot. 10 attacks to be fully built up with this guy. It's going to take a minute to get there. But you do have his active skill, which does count as an attack. So if you manage to get that, obviously that'll help you build up with him. You know, you've got all the additional supers that he could have, which if you do give him some additional, then of course you have a pretty solid chance at getting the triple super on a turn. And we're at a 5.5 million attacks. That's not really that crazy. This animation's good, though. For a 4-year-old unit, that animation actually is really crazy. Can we get the triple super? No, we can't. Well, we didn't even get the double super, but can we get the triple additional, I guess is what I should have said. But, I mean, yeah, it's going to take forever to build up with him. I think that's the main issue with him right now. Well, I guess there's a couple of issues with him, right? I mean, his start of turn attack and defense buff is just horrible. It's 58%. So with his EZA, they definitely need to bump that up to like 158% or something like that. Because, you know, that is definitely very low. I mean, at the time of release, that was good enough. Actually, on release, that was more than enough. This guy was insane on release, right? I mean, I don't really think there was anywhere this guy couldn't be ran in or on release, right? Because he was just destroying the game. you know, but you got to keep in mind 4 years ago, right? So that was definitely a while ago. The game was just completely different back then. And, you know, you see now this guy just can't even remotely compete with some of these events. Because, like, 100k defense turn 1, that's just nowhere near good enough, right? Because he doesn't have guard, damage reduction, dodge, anything like that. So, that's why I said it's going to be kind of difficult to run him in difficult events. So, it doesn't really matter even if he's building up slowly. Because you're not running him in these difficult events anyway. I think maybe you might be able to get away with bringing him versus, like, the God events. Maybe if he has type advantage. But outside of that... yeah, this guy, you know, he's gonna be a little lacking, right? Just because of his age. But I mean, I don't know, man. His EZA, they could do a lot with it. I said it at the beginning of the video. You know, he doesn't have a very big passive. It's pretty short. I mean, I'll show it right now. So of course they could implement a lot with it. I think maybe giving him like some crits, maybe some additionals, some more additionals, maybe giving him some guard or anything like that would definitely get him very far. But all right, right here, yeah, 5 out of 7 links. We have a lot of support. 274k defense. So he's definitely looking a lot more impressive on this rotation right here, just because, of course, we got a lot more support. We got more links active. Well, I guess more specifically, we have all in the family, which, you know, again, is a crazy link. That's like 20% defense at link level 10. So if you do have this guy, you do want to make sure you have him link leveled, because, of course, all in the family is a very crucial link. Anyway, we're at a 6.6 million attack stat. You know what? That's not horrible, right? Because he does have additionals built in. So 6.6 million attack stat, and he also has an additional that has a medium chance to become a super. I mean, in terms of his damage, that's not horrible, right? I mean, he's definitely looking somewhat solid, especially if you have type advantage. You know, you bring him in these events where he has type advantage, which if you're running this guy in any sort of event that came out recently, you're probably going to have to do that just so he can survive. But if you do have type advantage, then, you know, his damage can be good. 6.6 with additionals. You know, you got the potential to do the triple super. So, I mean, this guy's damage can look good. But his defense, not so much, right? I don't think his defense is going to look good because, you know, this guy doesn't get defense on super. He doesn't have guard, damage reduction, or any of those things that defensive units need now to be good. So, I mean, defensively, he's just going to get destroyed. I guess maybe you could give him a little bit of dodge, but I don't know, because then when he gets his EZA, you know, having him built full dodge might not be the best way to have him built, right? So I think maybe if you're questioning on how to build him, I would say either go full additionals or just wait till his EZA. Because full additionals, I mean, you probably won't really regret it, because as long as he gets defense on super, then of course you'll have built him correctly. Or even if he doesn't, still going full additionals will be beneficial because it'll just help him build up quicker if you're getting these additionals. But honestly, what you probably should do is just wait till his EZA if you don't already have him built in his hidden potential system. Because of course they could do anything with it, so we don't necessarily know how to have him built specifically yet. But anyway, on this rotation, we're at 149k defense. Yeah, that's pretty solid. So we'll go ahead and throw him in. Well, actually, yeah, we'll keep him in slot 2 so we can have all the links active. We are not going to get an 18-key super. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, so an 18-key super, exactly. So we don't have as much support. So our attack stat is probably going to be just a bit lower. But we have built up, obviously, because we got a couple of attacks off in the previous rotation. So we'll see how good he's looking here. I think after this turn, he'll probably be fully built up. If not, he'll be like an attack or two away from being fully built up. So then what we'll do is we'll just do the nuke test after this and see how good he's looking there. And then we'll cut to the red zone test and then the unit breakdown, and then we'll call it a video. Now, in terms of the red zone test, I'm thinking about bringing him versus red zone Broly. I mean, ironically enough, because this card actually fights Broly. That's the whole, you know, reason of the card. I think it was Broly's second coming. Well, actually, technically it was Broly's third coming, but his second coming was Bio Broly, and, you know, we don't talk about Bio Broly. So, anyway, yeah, I'll bring him versus Red Zone Broly, because he has type advantage during the final phase, so, of course, you know, just kind of makes sense. I think maybe if we get him fully built up, he might be able to tank double digits from normals from Red Zone Broly, but I don't know. I think a super would still one-shot us. So, we'll have to see in the Red Zone test, though. So, I guess we don't have to showcase this rotation right here. Let's just go ahead and cut to the nuke test, and then we'll cut to the red zone test. All right, so we have a very good rotation for the LR Go Bros right here. They've got double support, and start of turn, they're at 354k defense. So I think that's about the highest defensive stat we'll see in the video. Yeah, that's all right. I mean, they're pretty much fully built up right here. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's pretty bad, right? I mean, that's pretty bad considering that's about as high as their defense is going to get. But of course, you know, they're 4 years old, so I guess I won't give them too much crap for that because it's a very old unit. So, okay, I mean, we got pretty lucky with key spheres. We are going to get 20 key spheres right here, or I guess 21. So definitely pretty solid in terms of, you know, key sphere luck. We'll go ahead and pop the World Tournament Announcer item. So we should look really crazy right here. We're fully built up. You know, we've got a lot of support and just a very good rotation for him overall. So, okay, his active skill, though, I think we're going to have to get that in the red zone test because you do have to be below an HP threshold, which obviously the Legendary Vegeta event doesn't really hit that hard. So we'll just have to wait till we go in the red zone test for that. But, okay, yeah, definitely a lot of damage. We did get the additional as well, but unfortunately Vegeta dodged it. I mean, yeah, I guess with all that shown, we can go ahead and cut to the red zone test. Yeah, that defensive stat, man. Because keep in mind, we had like 90% defensive support. We were fully built up, and we had pretty much all of our links active, right? So that was pretty low, actually. I was expecting just a little bit more, but anyway, let's go ahead and cut to the red zone test. All right, so we're here fighting Red Zone Broly, and we do have a pretty good setup for the Go Bros right here. They do have some support from the banner unit Piccolo. They're going to have majority of their links active, and they're at 275k defense, so I mean, they've built up a bit, right? They're almost fully built up, if not fully built up. So, you know, we'll see. I guess we could pop this active skill really quick, and if they're not fully built up, then we'll see their attack and defense get a little bit higher right here. So, let's go ahead and pop this. That did a lot of damage. Almost killed Broly, but okay, so our defense did go up a bit, so we're not fully built up. But after we actually get our attacks off, I'm pretty sure we will be. So I don't want to kill, but I think we will no matter what. So we'll just play the rotation out, and if we do end up killing, then we'll just cut to another rotation where we can see how well they're tanking in here. But I still wanted to record this showcase, or this turn right here, and showcase this turn because, of course, the active skill. So, okay, Piccolo's getting supered. He should be fine. He's got a bit of damage reduction because, of course, there's movie hero allies on the team. That was a lot of damage. Okay. We survived, though. We survived. 3.6 million attacks. That, as long as this doesn't crit, we might be able to see how well Gobro's tank. Okay. So, as long as this doesn't crit as well. No, 9.6. Okay, yeah. Broly's definitely dead. But a 9.6 million attack stat, and he's got additionals built in, is pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, we've already said it in the video, but LR Gobros' damage can look pretty insane considering their age. Because that was almost a 10 million attack stat, and we had an additional that had a medium chance to become a super, and we did his active skill in that turn. So, a very good rotation for Gobros in terms of their damage, but let's cut to a better rotation where we can see how well they can tank. Alright, so we're back fighting Red Zone Broly. And we have a pretty good setup with him right here. As you can see, we are taking a super in slot 1, but I'm not actually putting the Gobros in that slot because, look, I'm just going to be honest with you, dude. I already know they're going to die. They're going to get one-shotted. Look, 219k defense. I can already tell you, they're just going to instantly die. So we'll put them in slot 2. You know, we'll get the supers off with them, or I guess the attacks build up a bit, and then see how good they're tanking after they get all the attack and defense from building up with their attacks. Because, I mean, this would just kill us, right? I mean, how much damage is it doing to Carnival LR Goku? I mean, 65k, that's after he got his extra attack and defense from receiving an attack. You know, he's obviously stacked up a bit. He has his guard. So, I mean, if he's taking 65k, I can only imagine how much LR Gobros would take with their 200k defense, you know? So, I think it's just better if we just throw them in slot 2, let them get their attacks off, and see if they can at least take double digits from Broly's normals. Because if they can do that, I would say that's pretty impressive. So, okay, Broly is kind of low on HP, but, okay, a 7.4 million attack stat, so that's not that crazy, right? As long as this doesn't, like, crit, and, okay, it crit, but we didn't get the additional super, so we should be fine right here. Okay, we should be. Hang on, I don't know. Okay, yeah, we're good. So, we got the triple super, and we're still taking 50k per normal. I mean, yeah, that's a lot, right? Because we are almost fully built up. But even if we weren't, right, I mean, same thing, right? Because still, that's his fault because he takes a while to build up. I mean, we're here on turn 9, and we're still not fully built up, I don't think. Because, I mean, we just haven't really gotten that lucky with, like, additionals and, you know, units in slot 1 will just kill the enemy before we can get to attack with the Go Bros. So, you know, just kind of a wonky design right now. I think there definitely is a lot that their EZA would have to improve upon their kit with. But nonetheless, we survived that turn, right? We didn't take like 200k per normal to where we just instantly die. I mean, 60k is still a lot, but for a 4-wheeled unit, I'll take it. But with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, so here we have Miracle Calling Clash, Super Saiyan Gohan Teen, and Super Saiyan Goten Kid. So starting off with our leader skill, it is Siblings Bond, category Ki +4, attack plus 170%, and then HP and defense plus 150%. And then he gives Goku Family, category Ki +3, attack plus 170%, and then HP and defense plus 130%. So with his EZA, this leader skill could be really crazy. I think they'll probably make this to where it's Siblings Bond and then Goku Family, category Ki +4, and then HP attack and defense plus 170%. And if they really want to be nice, they can make it HP attack and defense plus 180%. So definitely a lot of potential with his leader skill. I think it could be very good post EZA. And then his super attack effect on his 12 key is that he gets 50% attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy. And then his 18 key, he also gets 50% attack for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage to enemy. Now with his EZA, I mean, just give him 30% defense here and then 30% defense here. And then, of course, those super attack effects could be really good. And then his passive is that he gets attack and defense plus 58%. He launches an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super. He gets Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 10% with each attack performed up to Ki +5. And then attack and defense plus 100%. And then he disables enemies' rampage. So, yeah, a very short passive. As you can see, only 3 lines. I mean, makes sense because obviously he's very old. But with his EZA, I would say just bump this up to like 158%. Maybe make this a high chance and then make this 20% attack and defense with each attack performed up to maybe like, I don't know, 6 key and then maybe 120% attack and defense. And then, I mean, of course, they have to give him like 1 or 2 other things, like maybe some guard, but put like a restriction behind it or something like that. And then I think this guy definitely could be really good. And then his active skill, the effect is that he massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy. The condition is that it can be activated when HP is 59% or less. You have to be facing 1 enemy, and it has to be from the 3rd turn from start of battle. So a lot of conditions around that, but it's still not really that difficult because these are pretty loose conditions, right? I mean, most of the time, you're only facing 1 enemy, and turn 3 isn't really that bad. And then his links are all in the family: Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Kamehameha, Blazing Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So a very good link set outside of this one pesky link right here. Blazing Battle just kind of sucks. I mean, we'll look at it really quick. Yeah, just a very bad link. I mean, there's a couple units that maybe could look good if they get an EZA. Like this guy with an EZA could be good, and he could be a good linking partner. These 2 free-to-play units could be good, but I don't know. Other than them, that link is just not really that good. And then his categories are Siblings Bond, Movie Heroes, Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Goku's Family, Joined Forces, Full Power, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Bond of Parent and Child, Warriors Raised on Earth, and then Power of Wishes. So alright, that has been the LR GoBro Showcase. Let me know what you guys are thinking of these guys down in the comments. And also, let me know when you want to see these guys EZA. I think what's most likely going to happen is we're going to get a celebration, maybe themed around Broly for like worldwide or something. And then they'll throw the GoBros EZA in there. So I think that definitely could be really hype. But yeah, alright, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.